Alright, so it's Wednesday. So other than that, right now we are going to Amazon to impound a couple of trailers. Either one or two trailers. I haven't seen. I gotta go there and figure out, see which how many trailers we got to impound there. But those are pretty straightforward. When it comes to lifting a trailer with a wrecker, you generally only want to be lifting empty trailers, towing empty trailers, because of the way it balances your truck. On a loaded trailer, you can overload your drive axle airbags, or you can just not have any weight on the steering at all, because all the leverage is on the complete rear of your truck, with the underreach pulled all the way out. So generally we only tow empty trailers with a wrecker. If there's a loaded trailer, we have a road tractor to go get it with. But we're on our way there. We're about 30 minutes away. As of right now, we're about to get on the interstate, so let's see when we get there. Alright, so this is the trailer. It's been abandoned here. They didn't say for how long, but they just wanted off their property. It's locked up, tighter than fucking Fort Knox. Couldn't see through here, trying to confirm if it's empty or not. We were able to get up. This is a nice trailer too. I was able to park my truck close and get up and look in through that port, able to see through it, and it was empty. Alright, so a lot of guys put these airline locks or the glad hand locks. They're pretty much useless. Anybody that wants to steal your trailer or impound your trailer is going to have the tools or the means to go either cut that off or release your brakes in another way. There's on the brake chambers themselves, you can just straight up cage the brakes, which all it requires is a socket and or even a wrench. Like, you could just do it with a freaking adjustable wrench if that's all you had. But this guy's got he's got this trailer locked up pretty damn good, which, you know, I hate taking people's personal property, but they also left their personal property on someone else's property, so it is what it is. But I'm not going to bother with that. I don't want to break that lock or even break the glad hand. So we'll probably, the two options we got, we can tap directly into an airline coming back here to the tandems. And as you can see right here, that's the air supply right there. So I can actually, there's a lot of options I have here. I can actually splice this, tap directly into it. That'll supply air to the tandems, or I can cage the brakes, but we'll just hook to her and then we'll be done with it. And another thing is, if you ever use the fifth wheel kingpin lock, it's pretty much useless too. If you're, like I said before, if you're determined to steal someone's trailer, you're gonna have the equipment to get a lock or something off. And in this case, with the wrecker, with the underreach like this, I can actually hook this trailer up with chains only, so I don't even need the kingpin. But for this case, we're going to use a kingpin because it's not like an expedited, we don't have to get this trailer moved right away. So we're going to put our kingpin attachment to our underreach to attach the fifth wheel. If I didn't want to do that, I could just straight up put my chain attachment here, and then hook some frame chains into the last hole there, run them up front, and then literally just lift the trailer up with the chains, and then run my safety chains to the trailer, make sure, you know, everything's secured. But since we're not in a rush or anything, using the fifth wheel attachment is going to be the safest thing, so we'll go ahead and do that. Downsides to this is all this stuff is heavier than shit. So we need this piece, and these two pieces. It's all heavy. Yeah, we'll get it out of here. All right, there's our first main piece. First thing I gotta do is take these receivers, flip them over to get these holes on this side. So we'll do that. Next thing is getting that into the holes. And then on the underneath of it, there's two safety pins we'll put so that way that doesn't pop out from those pins. Now we'll put our fifth wheel attachment on. We'll take out the pin and actually locks our fifth wheel to the kingpin on the trailer. Alright, pretty much at this point, I'm going to put the other end cap on. We'll lift it up, get the kingpin into the fifth wheel, lock it in place. Then we got to chain the underreach to the truck so that way it doesn't move from left to right like that. Since we have our pivot point, that is now going to be the fifth wheel plate. Alright, now she's locked in. I'm gonna lift it up a little bit, see if I can get that to straighten out just like that. Push it back out, get tension off of it. Set her back down. And then from here we're gonna go ahead and cage those brakes. Lift up the landing gear, put our safety chains, see if the lights on the trailer work by themselves, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so for the brakes, I'm going to take the line off right here. This is going to supply air and release the brakes. I'm going to take it off here and see if I have something I can connect directly into this fitting, because I don't like cutting people's lines, even though I do have quick connect fittings to fix it, but that's kind of like a that's going to be the last option. So let's see how this goes. I ended up just tapping straight into his line, so I'm just going to run an air line from my truck to here. That'll release the brakes. Alright, wheels are rolling, brakes are released. That little trick don't take more than 5 minutes to do. Now we just got to chain up that the underreach part from this hook to the truck on both sides, so that way that doesn't move left and right, because we don't need that moving. Chain is set up under tension. It's even. I'll just throw safety chains, throw our lights on there, and get the hell out of here. Do our little walk around, safety chains, air supply, make sure these lights are working. Lights are working. Used to be a nice W9. That sucks. All right, so we can line it up with that other 53-foot trailer, and we'll still have plenty of clearance. Oh geez, man. Well, better call Danny and tell him he left his tow light. All right, we've got it placed as good as it can be. We're just gonna unhook everything and drop it. Go eat lunch. Alright, repairing his airline that we cut in order to release the brakes. It's a brass push-on fitting, essentially easy to push in, and then you can't just pull it out. You have to actually push this in and then pull the airline out. So we'll use that to repair the airline. This is actually kind of a premium fix, but that's what I've got on the truck. Just like that, good as new. And then we'll put the plastic cover back on, clean it up a little bit. I'm having one of those days, so broke down and got a damn energy drink. Really trying not to drink him, because the better part of my life I was drinking a dang energy drink every single day of the week, and trying to not do that. Quit smoking. Still use nicotine because that's really hard, but I've been trying to not drink these as often, but today is just one of those days. It's hard to get through. pretty good, but not good for you. Let's see what the rest of the day brings us. Ramon doing the big boy work. Alright, Wednesday morning, or Wednesday is over. We're at home, getting dinner ready. Yep. Gonna do some chicken with some pasta and some broccoli. Yep. That's gonna marinate. Basically just olive oil and some of this delicious stuff. It's probably my favorite all-in-one chicken seasoning. And we're gonna sear that on the pan and then throw it in the oven. It's gonna be great. This is like, yeah, I know this is a trucking channel. Now we're cooking. It's kind of just a glimpse into the unwinding after work. Yep. Here's the end result. Green spaghetti. I know it looks funky, but it's fucking delicious. Roasted chicken and broccoli.